today. One of these teams will represent the NFC in the Super Bowl in 2 weeks' time. Which will it be as we're underway in the NFC title game? And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. So here are the Bears now for their opening drive. They'll be led out by a first-round pick back in 2021 from Ohio State. It's Justin Fields.
And we can talk all we want about football being a team game and leaning on different parts and aspects in order to get it done. And that's entirely true during the regular season. Some weeks it's the defense, the special teams, running the football. But in the playoffs, all the pressure reverts to the quarterback, and he has to play well and play at a really high level in order for his team to win.
The game's first play produces 6 yards, brings up second down. They'll send a receiver in motion to the right. They'll fake the jet sweep and instead give up the middle to Williams. Call that a loss of a yard, and things get a little more difficult here, 3rd and 5. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. Here's Fields. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he will have the Bears first down by about a yard as they find a way to convert there on 3rd down and 5. Now a give up the middle to Williams. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38.
That felt like a trap because it looked to me like the opposing front was on that play from the get-go. They had everyone crashing the ball carrier before he even made the line, and they hold him to just a yard.
And the defense on him quickly there as they stop him at the 40 for a gain of just 2. Here comes 3rd down and 7. To throw is Fields. Now the ball comes loose. And now this is scooped up by the 49ers. And they'll start out with great field position at the 47-yard line in enemy territory. And without a doubt, not the way they pictured that opening drive unfolding.
No, they were making progress. They weren't exactly in high gear, but they were making a few yards along the way. And now that they've coughed it up, you got to go back to the sidelines and regroup a little bit.
So here are the 49ers and their offense in great field position already. And we get a glance at their leader in the huddle, the veteran, in his 9th season now in the league.
And we talked about it last week, the pressure of not just playing in the playoffs and now in the championship game as they try to close out a perfect 19-0 season. Of all the games they played, though, this year, this is far and away the toughest one. If they find a way to win it, guess what the next one will be? The toughest one they played. That's what happens when you have a perfect record on the line.
And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. 4 yards the pickup, first down. Again, they run. Again, it's McCaffrey. And this defense not ready for that one as he'll take this down inside the 25. He'll get a dozen there, and it's a first down, 49ers.
It's been a long season, but he still looks fresh running the football. He knows his guys are 1 game away from a Super Bowl, so he's going to give it all he's got, and that's a heck of a
touchdown, 49ers. George Kittle, a 24-yard touchdown. And the Niners have struck first in this NFC title game. Moody good with the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. A drive there of just 4 plays. And it all ends with a George Kittle touchdown. So following the touchdown, here's Moody back out to send it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. They had the fumble on the last drive, wound up leading to the opening touchdown. Now they'll try again here, 1st and 10. Here's a throw, complete right side to start things out. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now it's Fields. And his throw is incomplete.
Well, that's a defensive coordinator's got to be happy with that result. They took away all options downfield and forced the incompletion.
Now a first carry for their fullback. And he'll get this up to about the 38-yard line. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up. Fields now to throw. And he'll protect himself at the end here as he winds up getting pretty decent yardage. On 4th down, on is Logan Cook to punt. And a nice job here to down this one right on the 5-yard line. They decide against going for it on 4th and 1, maybe to the dismay of their offense, but hey, a nice consolation prize down inside the 5.
Nice consolation prize indeed. So maybe the offense is upset, but they showed confidence in their defense by punting it away.
And space opened up a bit. He's able to take this up past the 10. A solid run on 1st down, gain of 7, leaves him with a 2nd and 3. Shotgun handoff now to McCaffrey. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 4 coming up. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the 1st down. Purdy from the gun on 3rd down. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. After 7-0 on EA Sports. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Throwing here, Purdy. They'll find Ayuk open right side. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another 1st down.
So many times in my career, I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing, but as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then you're...
And that is caught at the 10-yard line. Touchdown, 49ers. Brandon Ayuk, 54 yards. And the 49ers have taken a 2-touchdown lead now. Moody good with the extra point. And that'll make the score 14-0. 5 plays there on that drive. And it was Brandon Ayuk capping it off with a touchdown reception. So after the made field goal by Moody, he's back out to kick this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. They trail early on the road in the playoffs. Not a great combination as they've got it 1st and 10. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
A good solid game there on 1st down, but the defense has to be happy they didn't let it pop for anything bigger.
And again, they'll go right back to their fullback. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. That one, a 1st down pickup of 8.
Brandon, you know, we talk about having wrinkles in a game plan. That was a fold right there. How about that play? Being able to change things up. You think anyone else on the team's going to get the ball, and in that situation, they surprise everyone and give it to their big guy.
Fields. Going to throw right side here, complete. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time.
Good, sure hands there from a guy not accustomed to catching a whole lot of passes. But how about the way he was able to pull that one in and pick up good yardage?
A fake there on the jet sweep as it's Fields off play action. And now the ball's out. Fumble near midfield. But this will get out of bounds, so possession will stay the same. CD, that's the 2nd time this half they've put it on the carpet. Now, the first one they lost. Good news here, it doesn't cost them.
They do say that things even out in the course of a ball game. So you mentioned they lost the first one. This time, able to retain possession, but they can't get into this habit. The ball can't continue to go on the ground.
2 1st downs have them up near midfield now on 1st and 10. Up the middle, it's Williams. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning it in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
Now a throw complete to his fullback out of the backfield. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. Mark that down as a pickup of 13, and the Bears have the first. They've gone to their fullback quite a bit. He'll get it again. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. No gain on the play. It'll be second down. Back to throw. Fields. And now a fumble. The ball's out. And now this is... There he goes, right side. He'll get it inside the 20. And they will finally get him, but not until he's all the way down inside the 15-yard line. So the turnover forced, and a wonderful job on a big return.
And how about the convoy that got created to help him get all the way back upfield? I mean, that's the part that people miss on. That's practice. That's worked on. It doesn't just happen in a game and everyone rallies. They discuss it prior to, and everyone knows their role when they create a turnover like that.
And he was able to shed one tackle, but could not get away from there. Now we're going to get a stoppage. Appears to be an injured Bear on the field. Well, the medical staff is going to come out here and take a look, and we will take a short break. This is 2nd and 8. This is Samuel. And able to get him inside the 5 here, just inside the 5 to about the 4. So they accept the penalty, of course, and push the offense backwards a bit. They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold. McCaffrey following the penalty. And he's going to get this one down inside the 15. 8 yards on the run there, and that trims it to a 3rd and 11 coming up. We're backed up here. Tough spot, needing 11 yards to pick up the first. Purdy with it on 3rd and long. That'll be caught by Ayuk. Touchdown, 49ers. With his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Niners continue to show why it pays to play at home in the postseason as they add on to their lead. Moody good with the extra point, and that makes the score 21-0. So here's Moody back out there now to send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the 2nd quarter, but you're down.
You don't want to.
No, but let me finish.
Okay, my bad.
You're down 3 scores already. You've done nothing offensively, nothing on the scoreboard. That's not a good combination.
I think you just called it desperation time. I think you did. But let's face it, you mentioned this to me in a break earlier in the game. The energy level hasn't been there right from the start. We've noticed that. They've got to find a way to get on their toes and start punching instead of retreating, to use a boxing analogy.
A Chicago first down there on a gain of 11. 2 minutes remain in the first half of this NFC Championship.
Here we go, son. 3-19,
Now a first down throw. Fields. That one tipped, and it's incomplete. But good hands there defensively. And 2nd down. Again, Fields. Flushed out right. He'll fire deep, looking for more. So they hit pay dirt, but don't count it yet. There's laundry on the field. We'll see what the penalty flag is about. Down in this one, they needed that score, but they'll have to hold at least for the time being.
You're exactly Right, points that they had to have. As you said, they have to regroup now and see if they can get them another way.
Maybe worse than the loss of yardage, they also lose the down. So now it's 3rd and long. Fields. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he can only manage to get this to the 45-yard line, well short of the first. Here's Logan Cook now to punt this one away. The 49ers offense making its way back out there.
And not an abundance of time remains on the clock, Charles, but you would think more than enough to try to extend this lead before intermission.
And when you're talking about extending the lead, I think you're talking...
He's got a man, complete. Down the left sideline. Touchdown, 49ers. Brandon Ayuk on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Niners are able to add on to their first-half lead. Moody good with the extra point. And the route is on here in this first half.
So following the touchdown, here's Moody back out to send it away.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
And the Bears going to take over now late in this first half. And Charles, you're down multiple scores, less than a minute left here. But with that deficit, they've got to try to at least work their way into field goal range to try to muster something out of this drive.
And I'm going to go ahead and date myself one more time because I'm going to quote an old Smokey and the Bandit lyric. They've got a long way to go and a short time to get there. But they still have time to get it done. So I'm looking forward to watching them mount this drive and see if they can get some points out of it.
Here's Fields. Now a short pass pulled in by Washington.
And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half.
3rd and 2, Fields.
That is caught. And they will touch him down, but not before he gets the first. Now the Bears going to use the second of their timeouts as it'll come with 36 ticks to go in half number 1.
A play fake, now Fields to throw.
And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. 2nd down.
Throwing again is Fields.
And down he goes. The 49ers get there. Nick Bosa. Credit him with a sack as he buries him for a loss of 10. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts.
So as they talk it over, we step aside. So now following the sack, Fields and the Bears looking at 3rd down and long.
Not wanting to risk another sack, they'll play it safe with a run. And they'll indeed stop him on 3rd down. And now what do you want to do with your timeouts? Now San Francisco going to call their second timeout as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half. Here's Logan Cook now as he's on to punt for Chicago. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. This is taken at about the 14. Great blocking on the return. It springs him for 25. And there'll be time for maybe one final play before halftime.
Final play of the half. Purdy. He'll fire this deep for Ayuk.
This is caught inside the 15. And he's in for the touchdown on the final play of the first half. The prayer is answered.
How did they get that done?
Moody good with the extra point.
And that will take us to the end of the first half of play. So we've reached halftime here in the NFC Championship as we send you cross-country to Orlando. Jonathan Coachman is there and has our EA Sports Halftime Report.
All right, Brandon, thanks. As always, what half remains in the battle to see who will take home that George Halas Trophy. and represent the NFC in the Super Bowl. We'll get back to you guys in just a moment. But first, let's look back to the AFC Championship game held earlier today. And it's the Cincinnati Bengals are heading to the Super Bowl as they await the winner of this NFC Championship game. We saw a fine performance in the first half from the former Mr. Irrelevant, Brock Purdy. He put together the kind of half you dream about. 5 touchdown passes, as his guys are well in control of this ball game.
All right, Coach, thanks very much. Fine work as always as we welcome you back for quarter number 3.
The Hallis Trophy still hangs in the balance as the second half now underway in the NFC Championship game. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. The 49er offense set to go to begin quarter number 3. And they have made this look easy. I mean, there's not supposed to be anything easy about the NFL playoffs, but this lead, yes, they're at home, but this has been, a leap, and he will make the catch. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10.
Purdy will set up to throw it here.
Touchdown!
Brandon Ayuk
From 21 yards away.
And the 49ers come right out of the locker room and score here in the opening minute of the third quarter. Moody good with the extra point,
and it is 42-0.
Well, something about this team, you just felt like they were one of destiny all season long, and they made themselves today, as you can see, the class of the NFC.
Yeah, and it's starting to look more and more like a Super Bowl trip is very much in their future.
And the fans starting to book those tickets. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. So here are the Bears now as they get set for their first possession of the second half. They'll run it here. This is their fullback getting the carry. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
All right, so they got that one, Charles, against the center.
And let's remember how difficult it is for the center, because remember, he's got to snap the ball to put the play in motion, and sometimes you got that big guy on your nose. You got sometimes where he's coming at you at an angle. It's a difficult job for him to snap the ball and then execute his block.
2 yards on the pickup. It'll be second down. On the give, this is their fullback. They follow up the gain of 2 with a gain of 1 that time.
All right, let's put the check mark on the defensive side of the ledger there. Really nice tackle by the man in the middle. But why was he able to get that done? Because he has 4 down linemen in front of him, 2 tackles, 2 ends. And what they often try to do is create what we call a funnel. Right to the man in the middle linebacker, who often leads his team in tackles.
Here's Logan Cook now, as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. Officially, and the Niners will go on offense, 1st and 10.
Now Brandon Ayuk ready to bring out the rest of this offense here for this upcoming series.
A monster game so far, 3rd quarter. He is lighting up the stat sheet.
And so many times when you see these types of games, you hear about...
That's caught inside the 20. A big play there for the Niners. 46 yards.
Here's Purdy on 1st and 10.
Touchdown 49ers.
Brandon Ayuk,
a 16-yard touchdown.
And the Niners are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Moody good with the extra point.
And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter. The long touchdown pass gets him 6 on a very, very tidy 2-play drive that time.
So after the made field goal by Moody, he's back out to kick this one away.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Now the Bears offense ready to take over again.
Well, we're still in the third quarter, so there's some time to kind of clean this up and make it look more respectable. Now, a win, that's probably gone out the window, Charles, but I don't know. Do you look at this as a time to just improve and maybe start to look towards the future?
I think you have to find something to play for, something to grasp onto until the clock runs out. But, Brandon, we've been around this game a long time. This is an outlier. You don't get many blowouts like this no matter how the game looks on paper going in. This one has turned out to be everyone's worst nightmare realized.
Now Fields.
And he's going to lose a yard or two, taken down behind the line.
Multiple players getting home for the 1-yard sack.
It's been a tough one all game long for this offensive line. They're already down big, and now you know they're just going to come after the quarterback in a big way, don't you?
Yeah, they just can't get out of their own way right now. It's created an avalanche, and an avalanche is coming right on top of them. Here's Logan Cook now, as he's on for the 5th time here today. Pulled in at the 24.
A nice return that time, gets 12 yards back. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. There's receiver Brandon Ayuk as San Francisco's offense returns to the field.
And he is just 1 reception away from 10 in this game. I don't know what they need to do defensively, but something has to be altered, does it not?
I know that whenever we tried to cover a person who's having a game like this, you're trying to vary what you're doing, trying to change things up, hoping to fool him occasionally. If not fool him, fool the quarterback so that maybe he doesn't read the coverage correctly. Right now, though, they're in pretty good sync.
We're in the third quarter of the NFC title game. This is 2nd and 10.
Up the gut, McCaffrey. And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39.
They'll see about converting this 3rd and 8. Back to throw, Purdy. Able to find the open man. That's complete. There he goes again.
Touchdown, 49ers.
Brandon Ayuk,
61 yards.
and the 49ers get another third-quarter touchdown to add on to that lead. Moody good with the extra point,
and the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter.
So here's Moody back out there now to send this one away.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense.
Well, the disparity in this game, it just seems to grow with each possession here, Charles. They are really struggling. They have not put up a single point, and on the other side, the points keep piling up and up and up.
So you know the frustration level has to be rising, right? So they've got to find a way to quell that, because otherwise they certainly won't get anything done in this one. Keep diving deeper into the offensive playbook, but bottom line is don't quit competing.
And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. So they lost yardage and they declined the penalty. There's no logical reasoning to do that.
I'm trying to go through this little Rolodex in this small brain of mine, and I'm coming up with nothing, partner. I've got zip on that one. Take the yardage, right? Take the penalty. I don't get it.
I don't get it either.
Throwing on third down, Fields. And oh, that's going to wind up incomplete. Nearly their first pick of the game, but it does bring up 4th down.
Here's Logan Cook now, as they're forced to kick for the 6th time today.
And that'll be a return of 12 following a very nice punt. And they will take over 1st and 10.
Good starting field position for the 49ers as they have it 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. They start on the ground with McCaffrey. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory.
That flag accepted, and it backs the offense up a little bit. Play action, and now here's Purdy to throw it. Connects with Kittle underneath. It'll go as a gain of 4, and they'll have a 2nd and 1 forthcoming.
And let's face it, you can put any Halloween costume on him. You're not going to be able to disguise him because for a tight end of his size, difficult to sneak him anywhere, but that's what they tried to do. Lined up on his right, tried to work his way back to his left, but just a minimal gain as the defense was able to react quickly.
And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
Finally, a good play there defensively on the deep ball. The secondary has had its struggles this entire game. Offensively, they've had their way with them.
Pressure, and he's taken down. A Bear sack. It'll be a loss of 8 on the sack, and it's going to lead him to 4th down. 1 quarter remains for the right to go on to the Super Bowl. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. It's a 45-yard punt, just a 1-yard return. And it'll be 1st and 10 Bears from deep in their own territory.
Fields and the Bears now with a 1st and 10.
At their own 13. They'll try and start this drive in the air.
Now a short pass pulled in by Washington.
And out of bounds across the 15-yard line. They'll give him 4 yards there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Got to give credit where it's due. Really nice defense on that play. The pitch and catch was successful, but not any run after it.
A shotgun snap, Fields, and he'll get it right back to Washington.
And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line.
On 1st down, Fields.
And he slides and covers up at the end as he's going to be able to pick up decent yardage. He'll get 10 there all on his own, but it'll be 2nd down.
From the gun, here's Fields.
Firing quickly here, and that's complete. They call his number again. It's his 6th catch and a 1st down. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of until they stop him, why not go back to him? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone.
Second and 10, Fields again.
And he will not make it back to the line of scrimmage as he's going to be taken down. It's a loss of a yard, so they'll wind up crediting him with a sack, and it brings up 3rd down.
So now following the sack, Fields and the Bears looking at 3rd down and long.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. And the pressure gets to him again.
Taken down for the 5th time this game. Multiple defenders there to get him. This defense, they just continue to feast. 5 sacks now as a unit. It's been quite an afternoon getting to the quarterback.
And we're seeing it come from a variety of places as well. Sometimes just the guys up front getting to him. Other times you add extra guys rushing the quarterback, twists and stunts. It's been a variety, and they've had no way of blocking them.
The Cook now on to punt as he gets this one away.
And bulldozing his way through. So a change of possession here on the punt. And out will come the offense as they take over. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway.
Well, CD, you and I do a lot of games together, but it is pretty rare that we do a game of this margin. I mean, this has just been...
That's caught inside the 20. Touchdown.
Brandon Ayuk.
61 yards.
And the 49ers are closing in on a Super Bowl berth now as they extend their 4th quarter lead. Moody good with the extra point.
And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead.
So following the touchdown, here's Moody back out to send it away.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
Fields and the Bears now with a 1st and 10.
At their 25-yard line. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And he's going to lose a yard or two, taken down behind the line. He couldn't get rid of it. He winds up losing a yard. It's 2nd down.
Partner, my vocabulary isn't that great, but to me, there's only one word that fits this front seven today, and that's dominant. 4 and 5 sacks is already rare in one game. Getting to more than 6 in one contest while winning by this many points, an absolutely astounding effort by every player involved.
The sack cost him only a yard. It's 2nd and 11. Operating. It's just a gain of a couple there on the scramble, and now it's 3rd down.
They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first.
On 3rd down, Fields.
He's got his target. That's complete. And he will have the Bears' 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Now, this is certainly one of the bigger losses that we are going to see for quite some time. And you have to think at this point where we're at in the 4th quarter with how wide this advantage is. For this offense, they're just trying to end things with a positive drive and then get the heck out of here.
Yeah, if this had been a concert, you would have heard plenty of sour notes in this one. But they certainly don't want to end it on one. They want to put together a few more throws like that and at least have a final drive to give them a little bit more hope as they move forward.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. And we are inside of 2 minutes left in this lopsided affair. So the Bears with the football here as we welcome you back. They're looking at 2nd down now as they search for a consolation score.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Fields. Screen play set up for Williams.
They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up.
Good reactions there defensively. That screen was a little slow in developing, and they shut that one down with little gain.
To the air again, Fields.
Try to get it to Williams, but it's intercepted.
Picked up by Talanoa Hufanga down the left sideline.
And into the end zone, a pick 6 for the 49er D as they score the touchdown.
But not only is his defense pitching a shutout, now they're contributing points themselves. I mean, they have really put together what's almost been a perfect effort here in this one.
I love how you express that. They've absolutely exceeded expectations in this one, and even better than their play, it's been their effort. Even with the win in their back pocket already, every one of those guys is still out there fighting like it's a tie game.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Bears offense now getting ready to take over.
At this point, partner, things looking pretty bleak. They still haven't scored here in the 4th quarter, facing the big deficit. What silver linings, what can they look to do here offensively?
You know, it's funny, I talked about this with a coach in the offseason and kind of had this scenario like.
And a loose football. And this will get out of bounds right at the line of scrimmage. So fortunately, they're able to hold on to the possession.
2nd time he's fumbled in this game. Fortunate for him, this one goes out of bounds.
And the key for him now is how much equity have you built up with your coaching staff? How much equity have you built up with your team to continue to get opportunities? Fortunate that one went out of bounds, saved him from a turnover.
The fumble on 1st down. Now here's 2nd down.
I got it. Mike, 53. 53. Mike. Hey, let's get some penetration here. Let's get some penetration.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Oh, there's that man again. It's complete. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because
into double coverage, and it's intercepted.
Picked off by Fred Warner. He may go.
And into the end zone. A pick six for the 49er D as they score the touchdown.
Well, this one was already ugly, and now it's just kind of becoming a feast on the defensive side of the football.
Yeah, partner, this is a unit that knows they've got this game in the bag with this huge lead, and it's going to drive their coaches crazy because they're telling them play it straight, do all the right things, but these guys are going to be freewheeling now. All of them are going to take chances, and that one pays off with an INT and a return for 6.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six, and now the kick is away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get points. And okay, all right, I'm being facetious here, but you get points, you feel a little bit better about yourself as you move on to the next one.
On second down, here's Fields.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And this is going to be 49er football.
Well, partner, I think it's safe to say they can mark this down as extremely frustrating. Here we are in the fourth quarter, and that last play, that turnover, I think it epitomizes what happened to them all day on offense.
So symbolic, and that's why they're still being shut out.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18.
That one looks like he'll throw here. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
Up huge on the scoreboard, and they're still trying to add to their total. That shot doesn't connect, but I don't think it'll dissuade them from attempting another one.
And give them another 6. It's caught for a touchdown, and the blowout continues.
Oh, when coaches come into a game preaching total team effort, CD, I think this is the type of ball game that they're dreaming of. It was pretty apparent early on that they were clicking in all 3 phases. It's been fun to watch.
Yeah, sometimes in the NFL you end up with matchups like we've been watching here. And when you go back through the early drives, you can just see that one squad was on a different level in this game. Safe to say, we have been disappointed in watching their execution throughout this contest.
And one last throw here for Fields.
And the Niners get there and bring him down. And they get to hoist the Hallis Trophy. Unbelievable victory, moving on to the Super Bowl.
I only hope that these players understand exactly who is behind that trophy. George S. Hallis, one of the creators of this great game of football of ours and creator of the NFL. What an amazing feeling and an amazing accomplishment.